Nope, it's going now. All right, it is 7:05 p.m. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I am calling this BoD meeting to order again. It's 7:05 p.m. on May 23rd, 2021. Let us take attendance from top to bottom. Ashwin's, Ravenstone, Lupin Moon, Frozen Coast, Icefire Bay, KPM. And the Kingdom Monarch is here. It is noted that Nalarian is not here. Right. First topic on our agenda this evening is that Jason sent out the previous meeting minutes. Did everyone have a chance to review those minutes, and is there discussion? All right, we have a motion on the floor to accept the previous meeting's minutes as written from top to bottom. Astral Winds, Ravenstone, Lupin Moon. I did not quite. Oh, thank you. Frozen Coast, Icefire Bay, Kingdom Prime Minister. And I also accept the minutes. All right, moving down the line, we are marching forward with updating our mitigation plan. I have presented mitigation plan 2C. The highlights with these changes are we will allow food at Monarch's discretion, as well as we will no longer require the health agreement. I think by now, after a year, we all know don't show up if you're sick. Is there any discussion on this plan phase 2C? Yes, 2C. All right, we have a motion on the floor to accept mitigation plan 2C. And let's vote from top to bottom. Astral Winds, Ravenstone, Lupin Moon, Frozen Coast, Icefire Bay, Kingdom Prime Minister. And I voted yes. Motion's passed. We are now in phase 2C. Rain, we will be examining the mask requirement. I'm going to touch on that a little bit more in the COC meeting. All right, moving down the line as we move forward. I'm going to actually put this to last. I had another moment thing, and I don't know where it went. Okay, we're going to jump out of order here just for a second, just because it'll make sense when we go down the line. In-person tourney for crown quals. So one of the things we did not touch on, we did settle that we are going to have online reduced crown quals, including Kingdom and Regional. We did not discuss what to do if there is a contested regional champion, and we did not actually discuss the other side of the crown quals is the tournament. What I propose to move forward is that we don't have a kingdom tourney during crown qual weekend. What we have instead are the regional tourneys. So if you're running for kingdom office, you would fight in your regional tourney. And then there, of course, the regional champion fight would happen as indicated in our admin manual, the voting weekend if they're contested. And then I would also like to move the War Master portion to, since we won't do it that weekend, move it to Wolf's Cry. So everyone can participate that comes to Wolf's Cry. Does that make sense, or do I need to restate any of that? Correct. We can go either way, whatever, of course, the majority of the BoD would like. So that's open for discussion. The tourney is irrelevant at this point. It's the a part of Crown Quals. There is a tournament for everyone that is running for office, and then whoever else wants to participate. Normally every year at the July there is a War Master tournament, and it's held wherever Kingdom Crown Quals are. So that piece is it we're not going to have it regionally because we're not having a Kingdom Crown tournament. So that in this instance is irrelevant. That's just a separate piece. The main piece to this is having the actual tournaments for qualifying for office. Yes, Abram. It was the CoC decided to have online Crown Quals. Why? Because the new everything was, we were still based on the idea of we everything's still locked down. When we made the decision, that would have been May 9th. The mask mandate, none of Anchorage didn't open up, and so we felt it was safer to go with online because we had to make a decision by May 10th. And everything changed after we did that. So per our admin manual, we made the decision based on the times. And of course, everything changed since we made the decision. Is the letter regarding this, or is it regarding something else? You can present the letter at a separate time. Online Crown Quals, the decision has been made. We had to make a decision by May 10th. That's per our admin manual. All right. Any more discussion about the tourney part? All right, then I move to make a motion to accept, I move to make a motion that we hold the attorney portion of Crown Quals in person at the regional level. All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor to hold Crown Qual tourneys in person the weekend of July 10th and 11th from top to bottom. Astral Winds. Ravenstone. Lupin Moon. Frozen Coast. Icefire Bay. Kingdom Prime Minister. And I vote yes as well. All right, then I also make a motion to move War Master to Wolf's Cry. Motion on the table is to move the tournament known as War Master, which is held kingdom-wide, to Wolf's Cry from top to bottom. Astral Winds. Ravenstone. Lupin Moon. Icefire Bay. Kingdom Prime Minister. What? Oh, I was going to get back to you. Frozen Coast. Thank you. Just when I think I'm going swift and smart, I screw up. Kingdom Prime Minister. And Kingdom Monarch votes yes. All right, that is done and taken care of. Speaking of Wolf's Cry, today was the go, no-go date for Wolf's Cry. I make a motion to move forward with Wolf's Cry under the current Wolf's Cry mitigation plan that was set forth last week. All right, from top to bottom, the motion on the floor is to go forward and hold Wolf's Cry according to the mitigation plan set forth. Astral Winds. For Ravenstone. Icefire Bay. I messed that one up too. All right, back it up. Lupin Moon. Frozen Coast. Icefire Bay. Kingdom Prime Minister. And I myself vote yes. We are moving forward with Wolf's Cry. I will touch base with more of that in a CoC meeting. All right, going on top of that, we need to vote on using our, we need to approve to allow Karen, aka Michelle Casey, to purchase the food and liquor permits needed for Wolf's Cry. So I make a motion to allow Michelle Casey to use our... All right, discussion. Sorry, discussion. It is $165 for the weekend, I believe. I'd ask Karen, but she's driving, so I'm not going to let her speak. But I believe that was the loss we took for last year too, if I recall correctly. It's $100 for the liquor license and $65 for the food permit. All right, sorry. Is there any other discussion on this? Oh, she's typing. Oh, I hope you're not typing and driving. Okay. But okay, that's good. But if I'm wrong, I think it is around 165. If I'm wrong, it'd be like 230 if we have to double what I'm thinking, but I believe it is 165. All right, if there is no other further discussion, I am going to make a motion to allow Michelle Casey to obtain our liquor and food licenses for Wolf's Cry. All right, motion on the table is to allow Michelle Casey to purchase our food and liquor license for Wolf's Cry from top to bottom. Astral Winds. Ravenstone. Lupin Moon. Frozen Coast. Icefire Bay. Kingdom Prime Minister. And I vote yes. All right, Karen, that motion passes. We will get you the notarized meeting minutes ASAP. All right. So those were the two that I missed. All right. So the last one is regular member status moving forward starting August 1st. So I put forth this is as we plug along going back to normal. We'd like to revert the regular member status back to as what is defined in the admin manual starting August 1st. That is the reign change. That is the date I arbitrarily picked. And then when I hear, well, what about the prior 6 months? So the idea will be, as we did for regular member status last time, if you are a regular member, minus the dues. So if you have attendance as of August 1st, that's when all the dues drop off and they reset, you will still have attendance based on the prior 6 months. As we chunk along through those 6 months, your online credits will start dropping off and no longer count toward your regular member status. This means you must, for everyone who is looking to run for office for the next year or next term, you will have to attend park per the admin manual. If you want to be a regular member, you have to attend park per the admin manual. Things can always be revisited. That's not a problem. I mean, the idea is that we're moving forward, trying to get back to normal. But if for the most part, if things go to hell in a handbasket quickly, of course we're gonna start addressing that. But the way things have been going with the vaccinations, most of the last things I heard with the state is close to, if not over 50% of the state is vaccinated. That's great. Excuse me. So yeah, that's where I stand. Yeah. Yes, Rain. All right, motion on the floor is to return our regular member status as of the admin manual as of August 1st. This will be a stair step, as you will not instantly lose your attendance requirement for regular member status. You will lose your dues per the admin manual as everything resets, but we will stair step through the next 6 months. And you must attend park per the admin manual to maintain regular member status as well as your officer status. Whew, that is a mouthful. All right, top to bottom, Astral Winds. Ravenstone. Loop and Moon. Good Lord. Frozen Coast. Icefire Bay. Kingdom Prime Minister. And I say yes. Oh my gosh. All right then. Is there any other? Is there anything else? Any new business need to be brought forth to the BoD at this time? Hold on. Give me a second. I have got to go back and look at something real quick. Okay, no, what I want to talk is on a COC level. Okay, so hearing no new discussion, I would like to make a motion to close this meeting. All right, motion on the floor is to close the BoD meeting from top to bottom. Astral Winds. Ravenstone. Loop and Moon. Frozen Coast. Icefire Bay. Kingdom Prime Minister. And I vote yes. This meeting, BoD meeting, is closed. It is 7:28 p.m. on May 23rd, 2021. Hold on one second. All right, it is welcome to the COC meeting. It is 7:29 p.m. Everyone is still here, and I believe we are now joined by Claudius. Are you here? Awesome. Welcome to your first COC meeting. All right, I do not see Austriana here. What's going on in the kingdom right now? She did post that they're talking about, or not the kingdom, the Amped Guard nationwide, amongst all the kingdoms, is they're looking at the new fees for Amped Guard International. Instead of paying the $2,000 a year we've been paying, they're looking at changing that for a licensing fee. It's to allow AI to continue to move forward and function and pay whatever bills they have to pay. If anyone has any questions, reach out to me and Austriana, and we can kind of break it down a little bit for you. But for our kingdom, it looked like we would fall between the $250 and $500 a year payment, which is a lot better than $2,000, let me tell you. I believe the deadline has passed for adding things to the COM meeting, or it might be actually next week. It might be the 31st. I might be off a week. Also, Grok has posted the V8 rules changes. So if you have any feedback for Grok on how he should vote, once he votes, then that'll come to the COM in July. The ones that I believe pass will come before the COM to be voted on. Yes, I have made that my opinion very on that. It's dumb. So that is all I believe what is happening right now in the nationwide. The big COM meeting is July 31st, so that'll be fun. All right. Next on my list. Okay, so COVID updates. So this is my train of thought. I just kind of want to let everyone kind of know what the COC, what we're kind of chugging along to. Yes, I'm aware that Anchorage no longer has a mask mandate. Yes, I am aware that the state does not have a mask mandate. Yes, I'm aware that now the state is pretty much open. Some businesses are still requiring masks, so we are going to be one of those businesses for the time being. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get rid of not get rid of masks. We have 3 weeks till the next BoD meeting. So over the next 3 weeks, we're going to watch and wait. If things continue to stay as fabulous as they have been and people still continue to get vaccinated and the numbers stay nice and low, we stay orange as a state. If we even go down to yellow as a state, that would be absolutely fabulous. The plan is to reopen the parks completely and fully and mask-free June 13th. That's my plan. So hopefully we'll get there. So we'll watch and wait, and that's what we'll do. If that's the case also, we will revisit the mitigation plan for Wolf's Cry, and yeah, that's where we're at. So fingers crossed, stare at the numbers. Hopefully we'll keep marching forward. So, all right, crown quals. All right. I really wish Corin was around, but unfortunately he is also on his way back from Frozen Coast. So I will bring up, John, I'm going to unmute you. Actually, you can unmute yourself. You're Kingdom Officer. All right. Hey. All right. So I see what you did. Did this get forwarded to the COC, Rolo? Ronan. It is now should be in the COC chat for everyone to read. If you have not read it or have not been reading it. So I one of the things I do want to point out is that when we discussed doing the online crown quals, it was recommended to the Monarchs to have a local ANS tournament just for the purpose of awards. To get, I know it's hard to give awards based off pictures. And the one thing I am concerned about is would be how to modify it now since we are past the deadline for announcement. Correct. For the idea of you want to get your stuff in front of a judge for for your awards. Because I mean, like I said, I know it's the idea for the online crown call. I mean, it was to. Sorry, my brain just went out the dang window. It was because of the mitigation rules at the time. Of course, things have changed since then, but we had the deadline of the 60 days before election weekend, or before the actual crown call weekend, where we had to make a decision. And we made it the 3-2 again. Just it's more of a to put forth the effort to show that you are doing something toward running for office. The whole crown call thing, I know, is actually overall as a whole is in question, and has been under scrutiny and discussion before. Should we even have crown calls to begin with? But as for what happened in January, it was I'm hearing this weird echo. That's weird. It was what we felt was a reasonable midway point, or do we have them versus not having versus having them. And we felt that replicating it this time would be easier. It would fit into our mitigation plans. And then by the time we were able to meet in person, if we have the A&S tournaments to show off your high level stuff, then great. And I'm quite aware that you can bullshit your way into. I'm sorry. You can language. You can use photography to make something look fabulous, and then you see it up in person. You're like, this is garbage. That's why it's pass fail. It's not a 1 through 5 system. It's more of put the effort in, show it off, pass for qualifying for office. And this is purely for qualifying for office. I mean, I don't want to see your 23 entries, Drasic, if you're listening. This is more, to make sure you pass if you're running for Monarch, type level of stuff. And then, if I want to get my ninth level Garber, which I can't, but if I wanted to get my ninth level Garber, I want someone's eyes on that. See, looking at it. Me personally, I want someone to look at it and judge it up in person. All right, so monarchs, if you are not clear, and please let your populace know that the intent for crown calls is just for that, qualifying for office. Please look at having possibly an A&S competition either that weekend after we're fighting tournaments, or you can even do it during election weekend. Weekend after that is Wolf's Cry, so I don't recommend doing it that weekend. But before Wolf's Cry weekend, so people could, or even the weekend before, the first weekend of July. That way people can get their things in that they want to be considered for higher levels. So I actually have a nice, good list to present. Okay? I'm going to take your silence as yes, Your Majesty. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's not fun. That's not a real tourney if you're not up at 4 in the morning trying to get your stuff done. All right. Okay. I hope that has cleared up the room. The online for qualification for office will be the weekend of July 10th and 11th. And then the Monarchs will set up their dates and get those planned out for the local tournaments. All right. Which leads into elections and in-rain. So elections are coming up here short and sweet. Rollo looked at the calendar and determined that LOIs will be opening May 31st and will last through the last weekend of June, which will be June 26th and 27th. That was conveniently the Highland Games weekend. So be watching for his post next Monday. And if you're thinking of running for office, just remember that you have to be qualified as a regular member. Make sure your dues are paid. If you have any questions, reach out to myself or another member about why would I want to be an officer. Which also, just a reminder, is we just voted upon regular meetings will be effective as of August 1st, so we will revert everything back to the admin manual as it was before the dark times. And we will continue to move forward. Hopefully, that means, knock on wood, we'll be able to get our indoor spots back. We'll be able to meet indoors and get back to normal. Okay, upcoming events and fundraisers. Highland Games is coming up. It is first on the list. It is, as I said, the weekend of June 26th and 27th. I would love help that weekend. Running the booth that we have. We'll have the fighting ring. We will have the archery booth. It'll hopefully be nice and warm, but not death like it was the first 2 years ago when we last had it. If anyone is, I will be putting up a sign-up sheet here sometime this week. If you're interested in helping and running it, reach out to me. I would love to have you there. And it is both days, so. 3 barons. Oh. That is a one possibility. I know we're part of the main group, so like we fall under the Highlands game advertising. So I don't know. We can look into it and discuss that. Alrighty. 3 barons. So, as we all know, they canceled 3 barons, which was supposed to be not this weekend, but next weekend. But they are having a mini event. So the possibility of 3 barons is back on the table. It is July 10th and 11th. Of course, it's Crown Qual weekend, which is exciting. But we are looking into possibly having our booth available that weekend. I don't have any details yet. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know the extent of what we'll be able to do. Excuse me. But it sounds like from reading in the letter that I got is that they're trying to have basically the Three Barons fair without the red court, green court, and blue court. So they're going to have all their vendors. They're going to have some mini performances. So it sounds like it'll be a good time. We do have a spot reserved, but like I said, we don't have any more details. So as soon as Kraken is back, we'll hopefully be able to get all those details from him that they've responded, and we can work with them and be able to actually have a little bit of fundraising from that aspect. So that's exciting. So yep, look for more details as we find out. Hopefully later next week, and I'll be bringing it to the COC to see how we want to move forward on that. After that, of course, is the state fair. That's in August, and I'll be, of course, looking for volunteers for that. It is the 3 weekends in August. It is August 20th through the 23rd, 26th through the 30th, and the 3rd. September 2nd through the 6th. So it's kind of broken up. It is closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but it's open all the other days for 3 weekends. So that'll be fun. All right. Of course, Wolf's Cry is a go at this point. It is under the mitigation plan. I'll be working with Kraken to start moving forward and getting ticket sales going. The plan is that if we are able to fully open, Wolf's Cry will be normal, as normal can be. And yeah, it's exciting. After a year and a half, it'll be exciting to do something normal. Okay, with that, any questions, concerns? I really don't have anything to babble about. I babbled on enough as is. Weekend for the mini fair for Three Barons is the 10th and the 11th of July. That is a question for you, Ronan. Are we participating in the state fair in Fairbanks? Ugh. Alrighty then. I see. Noah, is there anything else anyone else would like to discuss this evening? Going once. Going twice. All right, sold. I'm closing the CoC meeting at 7:58 p.m. on May 23rd, 2021. Thank you, everyone.